told? Well, way past morning. Shit, talk about it. I had so many interruptions this morning that I could not start. So many things have happened, and my insides are so elated. And I'm going to just start right here with Malcolm. He won't be here for too much longer. He has to go. Plus, there are other things that need to. I want to speak about it, and I also need to speak about it, and he's going to give me that time. So I'm just going to give him the time to speak right now because he's going to leave soon.
A personal question, and I said yes. She said, well, she had been looking at my briefcase, and she said, well, what does that X? Well, she says, what kind of last name could you have that begins with X? So I said, that says X. And she said, well, what does the M stand for? I said, Malcolm. So she was quiet for about 10 minutes. And she turned to me and she says, you're not Malcolm X. See, we had been riding along in a nice conversation like three human beings, no hostility, no animosity, just human. And she couldn't take this. She said, well, you're not who I was looking for,
Wow.
And she ended up telling me that she was looking for horns and all that, and for someone who was out to kill all white people. That all white people couldn't be killed.
I know that's right, except they are.
Attitude, and this attitude had been given her, this image had been given her by the press. So, before I get involved in anything nowadays, I have to straighten out my own position. And, which is clear, I am not a racist in any form whatsoever. I don't believe in any form of racism. I don't believe in any form of discrimination or segregation. I believe in Islam.
See, even he had the word believe and was giving the word believe to our people because he didn't know at the time. He knows now. That's why he said we seem to be more stronger in death than alive because they are teaching me so many things. You would. Wow, I just saw, and I appreciate hanging out with them. I really do. I'm grateful.
And there's nothing wrong with being a Muslim. Nothing wrong with the religion of Islam. That just teaches us to believe in Allah.
And so again, there's the religion of Islam. There's no such thing as a religion of Islam. There is a culture, a way of life for Islam, but he knew no better. I mean, at the same time he is speaking, I'm a child, right? I know no better either. However, when you just keep killing us and killing us and killing us, and they come back and you kill them, and they come back and you kill them again after a while, they're going to speak. They have to.
Allah as the God, and those of you who are Christians probably believe in the same God. Because I think you believe in the God who created the universe, and that's the one we believe in, the one who created the universe. The only difference being you call him God, and we call him Allah.
Why would you have to believe in something that is there, that you know is there? There's a difference between knowing and believing. And Allah is not God. He knows that now. Allah is not God. Man, I swear these pink people, they get a hold of our history and then they take it out of proportion and they make it theirs and then they become super beings. Like Superman, as always. I will get to Allah, but I have to get to something else first. And then while I am talking about, we're going to talk about panDORA. And while I'm talking about panDORA, we will also get into who Allah is. Because in talking to panDORA, I have to also talk about the seven sisters of Sirius. And this is some serious shit that I'm going to be speaking on. Man, it is deep. When you dig into your pineal gland, that shit in there, it is so deep. Wow.
Jews call him Jehovah.
Jehovah. We spoke on that name too. Because you do your research, you will see that it was Aleister Crowley. It was Ute wifey. Okay? But before Aleister Crowley, one of them changed it to Yahweh, to put the vowels in it, to say Yahweh instead of Yute-Wave. Because actually Yute-Wave is what is called an inevitable name. And Yahweh, well, they said Yahweh, and somehow it turned into Yahweh. They changed it. And then Aleister Crowley, he came along and he changed Yahweh to Jehovah. If you go and you look up the name Jehovah in the unabridged dictionary, look in the brackets and you will see a word that says trick. The same word says trick for the word fun. Oh, tricky dick. I used to be tricked too until I found out they were using magic and all kind of tricks on me and I didn't want it, so hey.
Understand Hebrew, you probably call him Jehovah too.
No, Hebrew will not call him Jehovah, and that's why he said probably. There's no J in the Hebrew alley, babes. So therefore the J has just come into existence. The white man says 500 or 600 years, but he might be lying. The letter J probably only been in existence for 100 years. We will never fucking know. Because Aleister Crowley, he changed Yahweh to Jehovah. Aleister Crowley is the inventor of the Jehovah, the witnesses, their religion. He is the manufacturer of that. Knocking door to door. That's how they came from underground to get underground. Knocking door to door and bringing people to God. And they got from under the ground. Now they're on top of the ground. Now they're even up in space in their satellites. Satan motherfuckers.
You can understand Arabic, you probably call him Allah. But since the white man, your friend, took your language.
Since the white man, your friend?
You're in slavery. The only language you know is his language, your friend's language.
We talked about
So
that.
you call on the same God he calls for. When he's putting a rope around your neck, you call for God, he calls for God. You wonder why the one you call on never answers.
He knows today that Allah does not answer either. Where was Allah when he got shot? And there are many who will make excuses for Allah for allowing him to be killed like that. So now you're telling me that even Allah will not protect him and then let the non-melanated man use another melanated man to kill his brother? You really think that there was a God, Allah, he would do that? Another thing, I just think of things, when I hear and I see, I think, therefore I am. But I just think of things like all the children being killed in the Arab countries, they're all over there calling on Allah, 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 Allah. And the more they call on Allah, it is though they are calling on the beast to come and kill them. Dropping bombs. Nuclear motherfucking bombs. Well, it's not nuclear. It is a word for it, but I forget. Some form of a chemical. They are dropping that on them. And killing their babies. And then it is a chemical, so even the babies who are born, they are born retarded from the chemicals. And Allah is allowing all this shit to happen. And some people say, oh yeah, he will allow this shit to happen because it is a test. Really? A test for what? To see how strong you are, to see everyone around you die, even your fucking baby be bombed? So it is a test for what? This is not a test. When you look up the word test, since you're going to keep telling me, oh, this is just God testing you. He's testing you. He's testing me. Well, he needs to stop testing me. And I'm tired of hearing the bullshit. Test in Hebrew is NASA. This is NASA playing games with us. They put up a satellite. Now they have antennas. Now they're playing around in your motherfucking head to keep you with a God that does not fucking exist. To take away your own existence because you are God. Fucked up.
So that once you realize that I believe in the supreme being who created the universe.
There he goes with his belief.
Believe in him as being one.
Again.
I also have been taught in Islam
It is a culture, and it is called Islam. And I can't remember what the hell it means right. Dang. Anyway, a lot of people know what Islam means. It is not a religion. It is a culture. It is a way of life. Do you know it was like... I was in the pit when I found out that Muslims are a religion and that some also deal with Jesus. I did not know that. And when the guy I was writing him, he was in prison, he was a Muslim. When he told me he had a religion, I wrote him back and said, Islam is not a religion. It is a way of life. It is a culture. He wrote me back to tell me that he knows and he studied and it is a religion. So that was one. And because I was saying all these people in the religions, they... I didn't have the right to tell him this, though. But I was saying that it appears that all of these religions are fucking their own children. The children who are in the churches and stuff like that. And I said, Muslims, they are not religious. And then I got a letter from him that said, they tell me these things, and religion and this and that. And I had not even spoke to him, I was just speaking to some of the girls in the pit. And because we were talking about, the children being, getting raped, and being a child. And when he wrote me, he said it was a religion. I'm like, no, Islam is not a religion. It is a way of life. That is what I learned. That it was a way of life and a culture. I never knew it was a religion, and I never, ever, ever knew that they dealt with Jesus. So now I'm in the pit, right? And I hear this. And then I get out, and then there are other Muslims, they're dressed as Muslims. Even Muslims from another country, not Egypt, not Ethiopia. Damn, I can't think of the country. I've met them, they are pink. They even say that Islam is a religion. I was like, okay, so enough of you have said it, and you are Islamic, I am not, so maybe you know better than me. But see, religions, they all get torn down. And even if you're not a religion, Black Wall Street was not a religion, Prophet Number 2 was not a religion, Yahweh Ben Yahweh was not a religion, New York was not a religion, yet they were torn down. Anytime a melanated man stands up for himself to be free from the non-melanated man, the non-melanated man will find ways to kill you. He will say, if you separate yourself from him, he will say it and I'll kill you. And he means that shit. He doesn't have to kill you physically. He can just wipe you out. Like me. He wants to wipe me out. All my pictures are gone. Everything from when I was a child is gone. I mean, I had a lot of things from when I was a child. I still had the shit. It's all gone. You get this little thing, your 8th grade, you graduate, you get this book, all your friends sign it, you know what I'm saying? It's also in the zipper, you take the pages, you fold them down to make them look like little napkins or a bird or some shit. They took that too. My prom pictures, my wedding pictures, everything is all gone. To make me no more alive. And to make my children not to even see that you used to wear your white when you were a child, you wore your white all the time. To not have Samson see anymore. You come home from the hospital in white. I dressed you in white. I made this nice outfit for you. I put it on you and you begin to walk. The same day, it was his birthday. He turned a year old and he walked, And we have pictures of that and all kind of pictures. Pictures of my children, getting ready to go to school and the Yahweh car picks them up. All kind of pictures of the thieves, where we go to, like the fish, where you get your fish, and in the school, in the warehouse, and the temple, and all the hotels. And then we had the magazine. It had all kind of things in it, dealing with us. All gone. And that it was to kill me, to make me homeless, to put me under people. So I have to deal with other people's way of life, which to me is so fucking confusing. There's no culture. A culture has a law, It has certain laws you follow in this culture. However, The Earthlings here in the United States that follow so-called United States culture, the United States does not have a culture. Because some people here, they deal with all the holidays and some people don't. There's so many different cultures here. It is a melting pot. However, the rulers, the non-melanated rulers who have the melanated to help them to rule over us, like Eric Holder, he's holding me. Yeah. They have it to where they only want one culture, like the New World Order. They only want one culture and everyone must abide by the culture that they have set down for you. My culture, they have not set down for me, so therefore I cannot follow my culture. So they say they do not want me to. However, my new information, they're going to fucking let me go. If they let no one else go, they're going to let me go. Or kill me, either or. But if you kill me, you are really in trouble. And you can think I'm delusional. If you fucking want to, you kill me, you're really in trouble. And what I'm going to do, if you're sending me on a wild goose chase, you will be the goose that I will be chasing, and I will wild your ass out. Think I am delusional if you fucking want to. All of you that are involved in my targeting, ain't talking about me. Because no one else seems to care about their targeting, but I care about mine. I have new information on your bitch ass. From the box you came out of.
Jesus, Muhammad, all of them. And by believing in one God and one religion and all of the prophets, it creates you.
In one God, one religion, and all of the prophets. When you say all of the prophets, you're talking about the non-melanated prophets too. And this here was old. He would have learned more. He would have been just like Moses Israel. He would have been on this level, then he would have went to the next level, and he would have been able to tell you about the neurolinguistic programming, because he always talked about our language and always talking, and we are always using their language. He would have known about neurolinguistic programming. He even has a dimple in his chin. I never knew that. Wow.
There's no room for arguing, no need for...
No room for arguing, no need.
Us to be arguing with each other.
Yes.
And also in that religion, the real religion of Islam. When I was in the Black Muslim
Real
movement,
religion is a culture.
they have the real religion of Islam.
A culture.
That movement was something.
Every time he says religion or a word that he is not supposed to say, he has already instructed me to correct that word. Because these videos are still going on, people are still listening, and he is saying believe, believe, believe so many times that they are using him to keep us under neurolinguistic programming. Whoever putting these videos out, maybe they do not know. I'm not saying that the person who put the video out, unless he is a non-melanated man, he may know a little bit more and be a part of it. However, if one of his brothers or his sisters put this out, he is not saying that you are the one that is keeping it going. He's saying that the words that he is saying, and they just need to be corrected. And he really wants anyone who puts his videos out to correct certain words when he says it. He has no problem in being corrected. If he had a problem in being corrected, he would never have been a prophet. He would never have been a Messiah, a messenger. He would never have been the man he is. He would never have changed. Remember, we are all Lazarus. We are raising ourselves up out of hell. We are dead and coming up out of hell. Because those who are deader than us are eating off our dead brains and bodies. And once we awaken, they no longer can eat off us. We have a certain electricity that will shock the fuck out of them. I did not know that. I just learned this shit too. We have a certain type of electricity that will shock the fuck out of them. So I'm not correcting him to say, oh, he's wrong, he's wrong, he's wrong. No, he instructed me to correct him on certain words. When he says these words, I am instructed to say the correct word. This is almost 20 minutes in, but I'm going to come back with him, but he is going to be leaving in a little while. And after he leaves, then I'm going to tell you, or maybe before he leaves, while he is here, I never know how things are going to come out of my mouth and when. So I'm going to shut this out because it's 20 minutes in. Should talk her out. This is my brother. Wow. I never got to meet him, but in death. And I still am alive in the flesh. And my brothers are so awesome. You have no idea how awesome they are. Se toca la riba out.